So had you thought at all about the business side of things before you were in that whole situation, or was it just something?
Did I what at all?
What's that? No, I mean, had any of it crossed your mind before you got into that about the business side of the music industry?
Well, when I went to attorneys with a contract, they were like, look, girl, either you take it or you leave it.
Yeah.
You're not going to get anything better than this. This is a typical production, blah, blah, blah deal. And then it's all going to depend on what they, what they take out of, what's recoupable, I mean, and what they actually recoup and how many times they, take back and,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, whose studio are we using? Oh, okay, and then Pantera built their own studio, and then it was like, they're paying twice,
Yeah.
So, but you know what? I saw Louis Martinet at the Winter Music Conference Awards. I don't see any of the other guys anymore, but I don't hold any grudges. I'm not worried, I'm glad that I can sing those songs now.
Yeah.
I'm glad that people remember them. And it seems to me like, this new mix I have on Free to Be,
Yeah.
the clubs, when I'm in there performing it, they go pretty crazy over it.
Yeah.
They really like it.
I wanted to ask you, who are the names of the actual people who remix the songs? Because I know the titles are on the CD, but I wasn't sure the people.
Liquid, they like to go by Liquid 360.
Okay.
Mitch and something else. Yeah, I've never met them. I haven't even talked to them on the phone. Only their manager.
Okay.
But they were really psyched to work with me, and they're like open to doing any other remixes I need to. I'm gonna on the CD. I put Nick Mercy's remix on it too. I've even told him. I'm just putting a remix CD on it now, just so the fans on the site can get it. And
Okay, so you're going to make it available on the site.
yeah, it's going to be available on the site within a month. It's already in the works.
And there's one other mix on there too, besides Liquid and Mercy. I forget now.
D-Menace, that's Dennis Nieves.
Okay, all right. Cool.
And then there's Nick Mercy, then there's Liquid 360, and then I just put another song on there that's like, just has a little dance groove thing.
Cool. So
but,
whatever happened to the Going, Going, Gone? I was curious about that.
Well, the song was written by Gordon Pagoda.
Right. Who had the Pagoda Records, right?
Right. I don't know what his record company is called, but I don't even remember what his. Well, the whole deal with that song is I went in and I did a demo of it, and I don't know who's recorded it since then, and I'm sure it's still available to be used because once the song's recorded once, anybody can record it anyway.
Well, yeah.
So if I really wanted to use it, I will. I like it, and I don't have a master of the music, so I haven't been really singing it
Okay.
out. But because I think it needs a new mix.
Who did you do it with?
I did that with Mauro DeSantis.
Okay.
And he's great. He's up in New York. I love the song, but I think for the clubs I need a new mix.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Definitely.
But I don't have the acapella, so it's like, do I want to go in there and redo that one? I think it's a great song. I mean,
yeah, I liked it a lot from what I heard.
It's a great song, and I think it would be on the album. And if somebody was going to come in and do some, I'd have to go back in the studio. But before I did that, I kind of wanted to work with what I have and get out and do shows. We're doing a lot of benefit work, AIDS benefits, and AMFAR, Class Fest. I'm going to do Aqua Girl for Date Human Rights, cancer.
Cool.
I think it's women's breast cancer. And just I'm getting out that way. I mean, I've done like Winter Party down here.
Yeah, the conference.
I've been doing all kinds of stuff like that, and it's just been a lot of fun.
There was another song too, right? I think called Rendezvous.
Yeah, that's Tony Moran's. I would love to use that. We need a new mix on that one too.
Okay.
But I think that I've got all the material for an album. We just don't have the album done because, like I said, I wanted to just start with the single.
Right.
I mean, I've got all the material. It'll take me, unlike a lot of people, it would only take me a month to do it as opposed to probably not even. I mean, because I'm so ready.
Yeah, to do it, right.
Because I've been putting music together, and I put like little bites of it on the website here and there. Sister.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned, this was actually in the liner notes for the What You Don't Know album, that one of your influences, or I guess singers that you liked a lot, was Dee Dee Wild.
She's my girlfriend, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Dee Dee Wild. Do you know who she is?
Yeah, I have 2 of her albums.
You really?
Yeah.
I gotta tell her that. She's amazing.
Do you know, that's awesome, because I always,
She's doing another album right now with her brother.
Eugene.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I just went in and did some background vocals with her.
Oh, cool.
Like 2 months ago. It's called, the song I sang with her is called The Workout Song.
Oh my God.
Hysterical. It is so funny, and she can so relate because that girl's always on a diet.
Wow.
She looks great, though. She's beautiful. She's my best friend in the world.
Oh, that's
cool. My friend for like 13 years, and when I came here, I was a rocker, and when I left here, which happened really done. But when I left her group, because I came in to sing with her,
Yeah.
I was the soulful rocker.
Yeah.
Maybe I was soulful all along, but she really brought it out of me.
Yeah, she's a great singer.
Yeah,
well, how do you balance being a mom with, doing what you're doing and being in the industry that you are?
Well, musicians' hours are late, and kids' hours are not.
Yeah.
That helps. She's with her father half the time, just about. So when the days that she's not with me, because I've been divorced when she was 2, the days that she's not with me, I do more work. And the days that she is, I just make sure I'm available.
Right.
And we had a great Mother's Day yesterday. It was really nice. She's also growing up and starting to go through all these changes, so it's been really interesting.
How old is she now?
She's almost 13.
Wow.
So it's like puberty. But you know what? She's like, they grow up in there, and she's just like so beautiful. It's kind of scary.
Now, I was wondering with the, after you did the What You Don't Know tour, because that was when it happened that you got this, was it a cyst or was it?
It was like it's a tumor inside of my vocal cord. He called it, well, anything that doesn't belong there, they call a tumor. But it was a cystic tumor.
Okay.
It was benign, so.
And benign tumor, what does it mean exactly? Do you know?
What does it mean exactly?
Yeah,
it means that I can't sing anymore.
Okay.
It was a pearly, sort of a hard substance, whatever. They just, it was either have it ripped out and never sing again, or don't do anything and probably never sing again. So I figured, let's not go under the knife.
Yeah, I know. So what do you think, I'm sure they told you certain things that caused it, but what did you feel were the things that caused it or that led up to that happening?
Well, I don't know. My brother had the same thing in his mouth, in his jawbone.
Really?
It could have been a hereditary thing. He also got the same thing in his head.
Wow.
So I got it in my throat. I don't know. At the same time, it could have been stress. We were doing 7, 8, 9 shows a week in different cities every night practically, because they didn't care that we were human beings that needed to rest.
Right.
Because they were getting 25 to 50 to 100 grand for a show.
Yeah.
That we got paid $500 for.
Wow.
So they're not going to give a shit about whose vocal cords are doing what or how they feel. Just get them there and get them on stage. So pretty pathetic.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
It's true. It's well. Oh. Were you on somehow any of the songs that came on the last album after you were gone?
I did a lot of the demos for them.
Because there's a song on there that, I remember I talked to Ann, this is 5 years ago, and I asked her that, and she said no, but I could swear that one of the songs...
I did a demo of a couple of them.
Because there's one, You Don't Know What You Got, and it just sounds so much like your voice is in the background.
Yeah, that's because I did the demo for that one.
Okay, so they probably used part of that on there.
Yeah, well, they probably either did that or they just copied me really good, because after singing with people for that long, you kind of start to sound alike.
That's true.
Yeah, when I sing Come Go With Me in the gig in the club, it's like, who cares who's singing it? It's like the three of us were inseparable, which is true for that time. We just haven't really been in touch. But we all hear about each other kind of through the grapevine.
Yeah.
Try to reach each other, miss out of town.
I know, it's funny because several of the people I talked to, people that I talked to online, I was telling them I'm going to do the interview, and they, were telling me different things to ask, and, a couple of them were, saying, ask what really happened, why don't they keep in touch? Cause
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I really can't answer that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, we kept in touch for a while, and then people just lived their lives.
Yeah, exactly. So, how long was it that you actually weren't singing? That you
About 4 years.
About 4 years. And was it in that time that you opened your dance studio?
Mm-hmm.
So how did that come about?
Well, my girlfriend, Robin, decided that, she was sick and tired of seeing her kids dance in crummy studios, and she wanted to open a good one. And I said, why don't we make it a performing arts academy? Give them everything.
Cool.
And we did. And we had that for a few years, and I think we did that in 93, and then by 96 I got rid of that.
Oh, right, okay, so it's not in the picture anymore.
No, I sold school.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't do that and really try to focus on...
Were you actually teaching, or what was your...
I was coaching a little bit, not vocal coaching. I would come in and I would, with my vocal director, I would, help him, prompt kids to, more in the performance part of it, because my voice wasn't there. I was how to move their body, how to feel,
right.